Hey everybody, my name is Kalle Slaap, watchmaker from the Netherlands, and this is something else. Off the scale, in my view. It can be bad, this is really bad. Hey Pele, plain clothes, hey Elder. Watch Whispers from Scunthorpe, Ian, everybody is there. Pete Watkins, so nice to see you all. Wisconsin, Boulder Guide for so many years, there you are. Devon, Scunthorpe, Zwolle, of course Wim, gezellig. New Orleans, wow, it's swinging already. Vitis, Lithuania, Seiko, everybody is there. Well, here, as you know, I don't do any work up front, but we had to open this watch and to do a quote. And when we handled this one, of course you know us by now, Chronoglide, over 8 years of live streaming watchmaking. We don't do any clickbait or drama. We just show what it is. Show like it is. This time it couldn't get much worse. Can it get more disgusting like this? Like I always say, the first tool a watchmaker buys is disinfectant soap. This is just horrible. It's a lady's Rolex, so usually this is hand cream, a build-up. But a build-up over time. Over quite some time. I only once refused a watch. That was many years ago in our previous workshop in Spanbroek. And the only thing I said was, well, no. A guy came in with his arm in a sling and a cast, all pale, all white. And he says, I'm just from the hospital. This afternoon I was in a car crash, quite serious. And the first thing, he got a taxi from the hospital emergency room to our watchmaking workshop. And he put the watch on our worktop, on our bench. And it is full of red, fresh blood. And it stained the worktop. And I just said, well, would you accept this? And he said, you're right, I wouldn't. I said, I would love to help you, but please clean it up yourself under some fresh water tap. I will fix your watch, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. But first, clean all the fresh blood and horribleness from from your watch. It was just insane. Well, this is just a build-up over many years. Everywhere you look, I've just seen it like this, but now under the microscope. No, this is just a camera, but in a moment under the microscope, it's just horrible. Can we open it? Pop. Well, first, it is hand secured because we did a quote, so we don't fully close it because we have to open it again. And this ball, a friction ball, so you can open the screw down case back without making any scratches. There it is. feels sticky. There it is. Oh well. What do we see? Oh yeah, the steam cleaner would be ideal for this. But oh, in a moment I'll show you a watch I'm going to do really soon, not tonight. Well, there we go. Some watchmaker marks. The rubber is quite okay. And then here, I thought I saw something, yeah, here. You see a mark there on the pivot of the rotor. Do you see it sliding? So the rotor isn't, I used to say riveted, but there was another name for it. Crimped. But there's no connection between the pivot and the rotor. Let's have a look under the microscope. It is wobbly. Goedenavond Amanda and Norm, I see Ross. There's a lot of information going on in the chat, so if I miss a question, please let me know. Tom Holloway, gentlemen, watch surface riveted. Swagged, that was it. Yeah. I think it was. Nick told us here in the international course training. Crimped suede. Jacob, great work to the mod and the admins of the forum. Wonderful resource. Thank you so much. We are working on a top secret next project. Not so top secret, I'll tell you a bit more later on. And there's so much more information coming to the forum. I didn't have the time yet to fully immerse in it, but there are the moderators, of course, doing an excellent job. Juriaan is looking at it, so if there are some questions they would like me to answer, of course I will. But I'm not physically yet too much immersed in the forum yet. But there's so much more information coming into the forum. Really working hard on that. Swagged versus riveted now. Okay, well, swaged. Simon, I fully trust your opinion. Okay, we do need some work here. Ah, look at that. Is it moisture? Or is it some kind of sediment? I use a pegwood, don't make any scratches. But it is something covering the pivots and probably the rest of the watch. First visual inspection as always. All the black dots. Well, to be fair, that big horribleness could have come from opening the watch case. So the outside was quite horrible. So that huge chunk is probably just came in. Well, at least it's very well used. Oh wow. It is very well used. We didn't, not yet an upgrade, but we bought the hardware for a full 4K streaming platform. So we are replacing the wobbly cam, the camera here on top of the microscope. This is an old one, and we've got the new 4K industrial camera that goes on top of this. So wobbly on top of here, and we've got two new webcams from this one that is a 1080 now, and we've got a 4K of that as well. So probably this week, so before next stream, I hope we've replaced all the hardware, but it was such a pain for the software to fully understand the higher quality. So hope before next stream everything will be 4K. And some of the QR codes in the book are a bit older, as you've seen, the clips. If they are below par for quality, of course we're going to redo them in the 4K. So everything is just nice to look. I heard some readers are streaming the explanation videos from the book to the widescreen TV. So it would be nice if it's better quality, of course. Fully understand that. I just didn't anticipate it that people would do that. Well, first the automatic winding module, so we can have a better look inside. Well, the first, well, not really cliffhanger, but we are planning to do an online program where Jurjen and I are visiting on site interesting watches and show them in detail. Look at that. Oh my god. Well, let's have a look here first. Huh? Oh, nee. That was just me. At first glance, can happen. I thought the teeth were gone. It was just my first instinct. What? But no, it's underneath. No problem. No biggie. Again, pegwood, because scratches are horrible. Yeah. This was due. Look. It was well lubricated once. And now this one. Let's have a look. Yeah. Probably due to intensive use. Well, easy repair, easy replacing the pivot, and swedging. Yeah, easy repair. But we do know that there's a full revision is needed. And in a moment I will show you, if I can find it in the safe, a watch that just came in. I'm not sure if it's a Dutch thing, probably not. But we get every once in a while a watch that's been in the washing machine. Well, no biggie. But last week we got 2. But one was exceptional. 3. Last week we got 3. But one that I restored earlier. And so it's been quite some time since it's been in the washing machine. And it's been running for years and years and years. And now it came back for maintenance. But one Omega is a different story, and I'll show you in a moment. Here. Kom op. I always find it so useful to have a look there. During disassembly, here again, old lubrication, but completely dried out. That is being worn extensively. Oh well, I will say that we like that, then people are enjoying their vintage watches. Could be worse. Have to clean it, of course, but still. There. Oh, not bad. The pivots. Just the state of the pivots. Definitely not bad. That's good news. Now, I thought because the pivot was loose, it wasn't winding that much, but it's been winding over years and years and years. So the pivots could have been worn, but aren't. Okay, releasing the power of the mainspring. Well, we are doing, continuing the visual inspection. The escape wheel. That debris is just everywhere, all over the watch. Okay, well, I have to loosen the crown. Not looking forward to it. Well, Yeah, no more power on the mainspring. Hammer time for sure. Oh, yeah. I, I bought a car yesterday evening. In well, the Netherlands is just a tiny country, but just on the other side of the Netherlands, we're here in the west, near the coast, and near the very near the German border. I bought. Can I show you? I will show you. Yeah. It is called the Chrono Moose, and we'll be touring at least Europe with it. My ambition is this summer to go to North Cape, the most northern tip of the continent, in Norway. And then you're passing through Denmark, Sweden, Norway and Finland. And I would love to do that with the Chrono Moose. I'll show you a picture. Don't want to strain the click or other parts too much. Has to be disassembled anyway for a good clean. Ugh. Poof. There. That is just... My first impression is that graphite grease came out of the barrel. No, not the form of Volvo. Yeah, I should have completed the sentence, Jan Dirk. Sorry about that. It's a Volvo V70 from 1999. And it's got 375 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers on the clock. So yeah, this time not a Rover, but I'm not sure if this is just grease or graphite grease coming out of the... barrel. I will try to show you. Plop. I haven't got it yet, so my girlfriend didn't even see it yet. But here we go. There. The moose. The Chrono Moose. I thought it was the perfect car to go to to the North Cape. And it's been done the garbage run for several times. There we go. I thought that's the one for me. Thank you very much. Whoop whoop. And what I like to do is, as a first trip, my pronunciation would be crap, but Liesebotten, from when I was 16. This is where I would love to go. It is in the southern tip of Norway, near Stavanger. I've been in Stavanger in my offshore days during the oil rigs. But hey, Dr. Evil, thank you so much. from when I was 16, I wanted to go here. This is just, look at that, just one road going all the way down into the fjord with the the chrono moose. This is what I would like to do. Well, I'm 52, so I don't care if you call it a midlife crisis, but this is a goal with the chrono moose the to the southern region of Norway. Oh, Enrique, I was a bomber, so I made X-rays of welding offshore, and that for a Dutch company. And so we worked for all the oil companies. So here in the Dutch waters, at the time it's been 30 years ago, so everything has changed. But at the time, I think I've seen them all because we worked for all different companies. But sometimes it was just 1 day trip just to do the X-rays, and then we leave again. And sometimes it was for 3 weeks. But we always worked at nighttime because of the radiation. So not many friends from that time. Only the old colleagues that we worked together. Oh, and in September there is a rally to Geneva. And it is organized by Holtenrichs watches, the 3D printed watches, which is a lovely, lovely brand. Really niche and exciting for me what they're doing. And they are organizing a rally. So I would love to take the Chrono Moose to Geneva. Well, power of the mainspring. First things first, I would like to take it out of the case and remove the hands and dial. Is that the first rust we see, or is it just another? Yeah. Yeah, you see the flakiness? That's rust. Yeah, there we go. So there's been some moisture, and that is probably displacing the lubricants. And once there's some moisture in a watch, it goes downhill very, very fast. No. Oh, not too bad. Pretty good, actually. Let's do it like this. No stress, no force. And this is just... I cannot remember when it was more horrible than this. It's just... Well, I think you get a point. Oh, God. It's just... You can repopulate the planet with this. Well, on the bright side, it's going to look extremely nice when we're finished with it. Don't you think? Well. There, I hear there's been some moisture. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's even there. Is it there? I think it is. Yeah. Maybe in another angle. Yeah, there. Oh no, is it? It looks like a mark. There, the luminous paste gone. This is just... Oh well. Well, the T, so we have to be careful. Well, let's do the wider. There we are. There, no marks, nothing. As always, don't try to grab the hands, just do it like that. No marks, no signs, and when you try to grab them, there's only a more chance you will leave marks. Oh, this is the one without the... Is it? Yeah, it's the clip-on type. There. No dial screws. Just gently. There. No force whatsoever. There. No marks, just... It is just so delicate. I always find it so strange that there's no C-clip or the construction Seiko has for these date rings. All looking good. There. And again, nothing holding down this date finger. So the friction fit of the dial on the sides is what holding everything together. Of course, it is sandwiched in the case. Okay. But still, nothing securing that item. Well, of course, that item, that's usual. And the date ring, but still, it's just another kind of construction. But again, it's Rolex, so they know what they're doing, usually. Just a Canon pinion with this one. Okay, could be worse. While we're at it, I'm going to disassemble this side first. And then when this side is finished, I will show you the watch that just came in from the washing machine. I couldn't believe my ears. But even today, I talked to the owner on the phone. And she assured me she was right. There we are. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Shouldn't have got the work holder earlier. Cheers everybody, so nice that you're here. Tijd voor de stroopwafel, Wim. Hey Mark, hi there. And Claire Lee, everybody's there. Spring Drive. Cow Rolex, yeah, it is so horrible. Let me see, did I miss any questions? Jen G. I think the bracelet from this one should have gone through the wash. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner when we finish right now. But a steam cleaner would be probably more effective. Oh, lovely. Oh, yeah. Of course, this is live watchmaking, so please allow me to get the other watch I would like to show you. Almost there. Yeah. I've got it planned for tomorrow. I'll show you. Plop. So, a watch in the washing machine isn't that peculiar. But when we just seen probably the most disgusting bracelet, now this one. It's an Omega. And this is the cleanest possible bracelet because You wouldn't believe it. And if you don't believe it, okay. But I had today the owner of this watch on the phone. And she assured me that the watch had been in the washing machine for at least a year. Because it was in the sleeve on the inside. There she found her watch that was missing for a year and could only have been there for a year. So I'm going to open it tomorrow. Not live, but I'm going to film it. And there is probably some of the paint came off the dial. It's a spirit level. It's an Omega spirit level. And the cleanest one you'll ever see. Insane. Just imagine finding your watch in the sleeve of your washing machine after a year. Well, I promise I'm going to film it. So, there we go. Plop, plop, plop. And here, just as always, the elegance in design in especially the Swiss watches. Here that this hole is an inspection hole for the depthening of the two wheels or pinions. That one there and that one there. So of course I'm going to keep you posted on the adventures with the Chrono Moose. Well, the loveliest people. I was there last night, and just completely fell in love. So I promised I adopt the car. The loveliest people you ever meet. So the dial side disassembly. There we go. This is of course the tricky part with the horrible spring there, all ready to join the Swiss space program. Don't try to grab it underneath because you make scratches on the surface. Very unnecessary. And there we go. Winding pinion, sliding pinion. Winding pinion. Just sorry about the focus, but the magnification is. This one can be very worn, so it's okay. That is okay. This one. There we are. Oh, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Here the small spring for the setting lever. and the setting lever itself, releasing the yellowy bit underneath there, the hacking function, the balance stop. Well, no drama on this side, just pretty good. Now, this side. Still this black gunk. It could have been because the black dots are everywhere. That is just grease with horribleness. But it can be, we see in a moment, if it's the graphite grease from the automatic main barrel. Did it come out? Hey Jeff, Seiko Jeff, hi there. Can't knock the owner for wearing it. True, absolutely. Absolutely right. We do love worn vintage watches because the owners enjoy them. Absolutely right. Balance wheel. Maybe check the pivots gently, gently, gently. There we go. No strain. Well, I'll have to clean that first to make a proper assessment. And then always the pallet fork, because this is preventing the gear train from moving freely. So if I remove the pallet fork, then we could do the wiggle test and see if the pivots are okay. Wiggle test simply is moving the gear train back and forth, changing the direction. So then the pivots are, if they go move visibly like this, there's simply too much play. It's all logic. And it can all be learned by reading the proper books. Almost sold out. That I think there are, from the first edition, from the original 2000, only 130 left at our fulfillment center. You can order the book by chronoglide.nl/book. But we have, I think, about 50 here in the workshop. So maybe we can bring them to the fulfillment center. So then there are 180 of the original 2000. And the second edition is being printed as we speak. With the first edition having some unique QR codes that you cannot find in second edition. So the first edition will always be special. And you've probably seen it on Instagram. The first edition has 1 coffee ring and the second edition has got 2 and continuing on. So by the by looking at the coffee rings, you can identify and date your copy. At least I thought that was funny. Okay, I'm really curious. Oh no, I want to leave that. Oh, I was talking too much. Of course, this bridge has to be disassembled, but I would love to do the wiggle test. So first the bridge for the main barrel. There is a lot of play. And first things first, the click spring. These ones won't come out that easily. So much different than so much less force and strength than the setting lever spring. Sorry, yoke spring. So, come up. Not too fond of this movement holder, so abort, brace, brace, brace. This is just there. More stable. And or is it underneath there? Yeah. Oops. There we are. Was under the recess. It's a bit harder to remove, but there we are. Okay. That is. And this bit is what I'm really curious about. There. The bridge, because it's got screws on both sides, it's a bridge, and if it's one side, it's a cock. I think, well, I know we're not going to do hammer time on this one, but just replace the bearing. I thought I heard somewhere it was beryllium bronze. Oh, Mark, even kijken. Time grapher, it's a free open. Oh, okay, excellent. Walther. As you update the content, will you send stickers of the... No. Walther, we are going to do update the content, but the QR code will stay the same. That's why it's a QR code. So here we can change the source is a QR code, but where it's pointing, AI, AG, the updated video, we can change that. So nothing's going to change in the book. And when you point your camera on a QR code, you will find an updated version. And in the back of the book, we will make a document, and you can see, you don't have to go through all the pages and see if there is new content. You will see just by one QR code in the back, where I'm holding the coffee in the first edition, you find all the changes and the updates. So you don't have to worry about that your book is going to be no longer up to date, because the QR codes will always point to the right direction. We thought that was quite nifty, so don't worry, it's going to be okay. And you won't miss anything. Well, the wiggle wiggle test in full close-up. It's just moving back and forth like this. See what I mean? Wiggle wiggle test. There is some play, but there's some old lubrication on the top of that pivot. That is something else. That is a lot of play. We have to check that very carefully. So there we go. Pretty okay. Pretty okay. Again. So during assembly, oh yeah, this was the horrible one. Yeah, I forgot. Here, the sweep second pinion with a permanent magnet. The first thing you learn is you don't want a permanent magnet in your watch unless it's quartz. And instead of the small friction spring, because of course there's some play between the teeth, and sweep second hand is very long, so that can move like this if there's play between the teeth. So you want the teeth always to be in one position like this, the driving position. So you need some friction on the sweep second pinion. Well, usually there is a small spring pushing against it, so there's slightly a bit of friction, so the teeth stay in place like this. But now they use the permanent magnet. Haven't used it for long, haven't used it since, and it isn't the best idea, but and that is an amplitude killer. So main barrel. Oh, I'm going to. Then we're finished. Well, you've got a lot of updates during this stream. Volvo Chrono Moose that is coming our way. Ready for adventures in Scandinavia, in the Nordic, and in Switzerland. You heard first, really the first, about the show on location. I think we have an excellent format. Still the jury's out. Well, because there isn't an insane amount of play in the main barrel. Here. For the amount of play and wear we've seen in the movement, it's really not that bad. So if we open the main barrel, there we are. I don't believe there isn't an excessive amount of graphite grease here. There really isn't. And if it worked, hey little Viking, thank you so much. Oh, that is so kind. Funds for a top off, very appreciated. Thank you. I cannot believe that all the graphite grease went through the sliding surfaces and that there's nothing left inside the main barrel. Not possible. If there was the black stuff coming through here or the other side, there must be black stuff here as well. So it's just normal grease lubrication, but with all the sediment and black stuff combined. Yeah, I'm convinced it isn't the graphite grease of the main barrel. No way. Because this would be so black as well. So now it's safe. Hey, Dr. Evil, thank you so much. That is really appreciated. Yeah, turbo power. It is too clean. Yeah. Hey, Rob Hoyman. Rob R, 9-month membership. Well, again, such an enjoyable stream. Oh, hey, base pilots. Don't see your name too often in the chat. Josh, just had a spring join the space program, Swiss space program. Straight to my lips and back to the bench. Then you are lucky. So cheers everybody, and again thank you so much for your kind donation. So I promise I will video the spirit level Omega. 1 year in a washing machine. Not my words, but the owners. Convinced. I'm going to try to clean this bracelet. Horrible. And I keep you posted on our idea about a show about watches. I think it's going to be really, really cool. Watches and motorbikes and the fun stuff. And yeah, I keep you posted on the lovely chrono mousse that is coming our way. Hey Zach, hi there. Don't forget to hit the like. I always forget to ask. If you like the stream, please hit the like button. That's so helpful for the growth. And we're over 49,000 subscribers. So less than 1,000, and then we have another party. And I promise to invite a lovely micro brand and to make it something special. Promise. All of you, thank you so much for allowing me on your screen. Enjoy your evening, and I'll keep you posted with all the adventures here. And